Crystal from the beautiful island of Eleuthera. We're here at the Crystal Awards, and this is Atlantis Local.
Tonight's the night. It's the annual Crystal Awards Diamond Gala. Several persons have been nominated. Who is going to take home the award of Manager of the Year, Leader of the Year, and Employee of the Year?
It was a night of royalty as Atlantis Paradise Island rolled out the red carpet to honor its brightest stars.
The Crystal Awards nominees and winners symbolize Atlantis. They embody Bahamas at heart and the warmth and spirit of the Bahamian culture in everything that they do. And that, more than anything else that we celebrate here at Atlantis, is what keeps our guests returning year after year.
The grand event began with cocktails, entertainment, and dinner at the exclusive Café Martinique. Following dinner, the momentum built as nominees were led via a Junkanoo rush out to Club Crush for the crowning moment. First up, the award for Leader of the Year.
Oh, this is an awesome feeling of accomplishment after being in the company for almost 15 years.
Next up, Manager of the Year.
I'm so excited. I feel so honored, and I'm very, very grateful.
I'm very, very proud. This is the first Crystal Award for the entire special events and entertainment department in over 30 years, so I'm so humbled to win this award.
With 23 nominees in the running for the Employee of the Year award, the suspense intensified as the two winners were announced.
It makes me feel great. Hard work pays off.
To think that I can come in every day and do what I genuinely love, and to be recognized for that, it is truly an honor.
And the big question of the night, what will each winner do with their hefty cash prize?
I want to save quite a bit of it, but at the same time, I'm going to take a good chunk of this and we're going to have a good time. We're going to party. I want to celebrate with my co-workers as well as with my family.
Oh, me and my husband have a lot of plans for the fun.
I have a son that's in college. I have to pay some college fees.
I do have 2 kids, so you know a lot of resources go into raising a family.
And there we have it. Another Crystal Awards wraps up tonight with 5 winners. These winners will inspire those who are hoping to take home the crown in 2020. For Atlantis, I'm Tamara McKenzie.
As the largest private sector employer in the Commonwealth of the Bahamas, Atlantis truly values the complete well-being of team members. The Employee Assistance Program, better known as the EAP, has proven beneficial to team members at the resort in many ways.
The Employee Assistance Program, better known as the EAP, has been with us since the early 2000s. The program has been designed to ensure that we provide the employees with an opportunity to tap into international as well as local resources here to ensure that they're taking care of their well-being, making certain that they have options that are available to them at their fingertips. And it's not only for their benefit, but also for the benefit of their family members. So the employees can utilize the program by way of telephone or online access. The EAP program provides resources such as counselors, financial advice, nutritional advice. There's so many things. If there's anything that the employee can think of, if they wish to start a new business on their own, they can tap into the resources that the EAP provides.
Atlantis team members voluntarily share their success with the Employee Assistance Program and the benefits they've received.
I first heard about the Employee Assistance Program from my colleague. He lost a lot of weight and I was very interested in how he did it. So he referred me and he told me that the Employee Assistance Program helped him and they hooked him up with a dietitian, and I was really impressed. So I had to try it out for myself, and it was completely confidential. I spoke with somebody in Canada and she helped me identify areas of just things I didn't know about nutrition and how to properly eat food, and she made me feel very comfortable.
Before I started, I was weighing about 520 plus pounds. Then I was approached by my managers team and they told me about health and safety assistant employees program. It was a real struggle for me. I guess people notice it because sometimes when I walking in from the parking lot, I had to stop to catch myself. I couldn't even walk my son into the school. And I was ashamed of it because a lot of the kids say like, oh, look at that big guy. But now I don't get that mockery no more, and I could walk him and keep up with him. And it's really made me happy. So with the assistance of the hotel through the health and safety program, I lost 100 pounds.
This confidential and complimentary support service is another benefit that Atlantis team members can look forward to. For Atlantis, I'm Kieran Wood.
You're watching Atlantis Local.
If you take a look behind me, you can see one of our mangrove stands in the shallow area of the Predator Lagoon. Here at Atlantis, mangroves are displayed in several different lagoons, and some have been developing and growing for the past 20 years. That is mostly due to our efforts in our very own mangrove nursery.
What are mangroves, you may ask? Mangroves are trees that can grow in high salt content environments and has an interconnecting root system, almost as if the tree is walking. Mangrove forests are found mainly along the coastlines and make up one of the most productive and biologically diverse ecosystems on the planet.
Normally what we'll do with these red mangroves, we actually have them in a few places. So we have them in Predator, we have them over in Water's Edge, and then we have them in Estuary, which is probably the more important place because the estuary is kind of like our nursery. Let's just say they're in the wild and there's predators. The marine animals or the babies can actually go into the mangroves and be safe from predators, as well as this where they grow up. So it's actually like their home. As home is important for us as humans. Home is important for them to feel safe and not stressed.
Through the partnership between Atlantis and the Bahamas National Trust, mangrove ecosystems are being re-established throughout the Bahamas.
In the wake of Hurricane Dorian, we're ramping up efforts right now because there's a lot of mangroves that are in dire need of being re-established there. So we're going to be doing some planting after the hurricane. With the frequent storms that are coming, we need better defenses. There's nothing better than a mangrove ecosystem to do that. It's a living infrastructure that will fix itself after a hurricane. And, you know, the tangle of mangrove roots all together, I mean, they are very difficult for even the toughest storms to penetrate. Atlantis has been trying to find out how they can really help in all of these initiatives, and we found this great way that Atlantis can really contribute to helping build coastal resilience across the nation. Collecting propagules, growing them for us, so that's really great. And working with these sorts of partnerships, we think we'll be able to meet the demand of the amount of plants that we intend to put back into these systems. Atlantis could be a really key figure in this project.
You can keep this momentum going by volunteering with the Bahamas National Trust in replanting mangroves in coastal areas, or by donating to the Atlantis Blue Project Foundation. For Atlantis, I'm Keisha Russell.
Every year, Atlantis highlights and recognizes its long-serving team members, those who spent 20, 30, and 40 years with the company. But there was one special gem who has now set the record as the company's longest-serving colleague.
I believe this is meant for me, man. This young, meant for me.
And for Glenroy Cunningham, it's a purpose fulfilled. His longevity at Atlantis makes him the longest-serving team member with 50 years of continuous service. It was in 1969, at the age of 14, when Glenroy, who had just graduated from high school, was on a mission to find employment, which led him to Paradise Island.
We came over here, right? And I met Mr. Clare. He's gone now, and he's a maitre d'. And we sat down, we talked. Anytime they come, I came, white shirt. I had no jacket then because they ain't nothing open, you know, to get the thing, no laundry. And I started working.
Glenroy developed a sterling work ethic as a waiter, one that's afforded him the opportunity to provide top-level service to many celebrities throughout his career, with the Beatles and Bob Marley among his most cherished interactions.
If anybody know Glenroy The first person to reach to work at least an hour and a half every single day. I'm talking from then to now. That's Glenroy.
During his half-century here at Atlantis, Glenroy has garnered a significant amount of experience, and now he prides himself on passing that experience on to those behind him.
He taught me service. I learned service. I learned how to serve from Glenroy. Like I said, everything that I know about the job, Glenroy is one of the persons that taught me. He always there for me. In the bad times, the good times, he's always there for me. Okay? And like I said, I always look up to him as a brother, a bigger brother.
When he retires later this year in November, Glenroy would just be shy of attaining 51 years at Atlantis. And so what's next for him?
I can be the chauffeur. I have my grandchildren, my wife, my daughter. I can be the chauffeur home. Let's spread out, you know what I mean? Relax.
Glenroy's 5-decade career with the company is a record that perhaps will stand the test of time, an accomplishment that he and his colleagues are very proud of.
It's been a ball. It's been a very ball. I have no regrets. I have no regrets. No regrets. I'll do it all over again.
And as Glenroy pens the final chapter of his professional career here at Atlantis, he'll leave behind a legacy of loyalty and excellence. For Atlantis, I'm Andrew Knowles.
Next time you order a cocktail at or a nightclub at Atlantis, pay attention to the bartender. It might just be a gold medalist serving you. Marv Cunningham, also known as Mr. Mix, has represented the Bahamas at numerous international bartending competitions and is one of the most decorated bartenders at the Taste of the Caribbean culinary competition, winning numerous gold medals.
I was able to represent the Bahamas for 3 years, where I was inducted into the Hall of Fame twice. I won 6 gold medals for the Bahamas in mixology. Everything went up from there, just showcasing, Bahamian mixology to the world.
Despite his success, bartending wasn't Marv's first choice as a career in his younger days.
I wanted to go off to college to continue to pursue graphic arts, so I needed to make some fast money. So I got into bartending, and once I served my first drink, I knew that it was my calling.
Mixology is a constantly evolving craft, and Marv appreciates the culture of training and development at Atlantis that helps him to stay on top of his game.
They bring in mixologists, they bring in bar influencers, to keep staff up to date with current trends, because you never know who's going to walk through those doors, especially here at Aura Nightclub. I'm continuing to learn every day. It's a continuing learning process.
The accolades continue to come in for Marv, and he's recently been awarded the Caribbean Journal Travel Awards Best Bartender Award.
I've won it before in 2015, so it's an honor to actually win this prestigious award again. It just goes to show that, your hard work does not go unnoticed. Next week, I'll be participating in the 2020 Angostura Global Cocktail Challenge, where I intend to wow the judges with my Bahamian flavors and flair, and to just have a great time in Trinidad and Tobago and be a good ambassador for the Bahamas and for the Atlantis.
After 22 years, Ed Fields, Atlantis Senior Vice President of Public Affairs, officially retired from his post at the end of January to pursue his private endeavors. However, his presence is still felt at the resort as he still holds the post as a consultant. As a thank you for their coverage and the promotion of sports tourism events like Battle for Atlantis and Aquacross, Atlantis once again treated local sportscasters to a Super Bowl party, Virgil's barbecue style. The 2020 GSSA Basketball Championships now history. Once again, Atlantis provided the scorer's table, courtside seating, the basketball rack, and special giveaways. We even sent Bounce, the Battle for Atlantis mascot. Atlantis hopes to host a few of these players one day at a future edition of Battle for Atlantis. 6-year-old social media stars Ava and Alexis McClure checked Atlantis off their bucket list. The twins and YouTube stars enjoyed fun in the sun at the iconic resort on Paradise Island. The twins have more than 1 million followers. Atlantis Paradise Island winning gold during the Travi Awards, the luxury resort capturing the win as the best family hotel resort in the Caribbean and the Bahamas. And David Brown of Seafire Steakhouse was named the inaugural Sportsman of the Year at the recent Crystal Awards. David is the manager of the back-to-back-to-back champion Marina Village Falcons from the Atlantis Softball League.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We'll see you next time.